Aliens? Alien? Whoa! Aliens? Alien? Whoa! Aliens? Hmm. Hmm. That's the face of a man with no inhibitions. No inhibitions at all. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Johnson, Maru, Asiago Peach, Doc Valve. Hello, welcome, and everybody lurking. Hey yo, what up? What up? Hello. 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 We got a lot to talk about today, but first off, I'm hot as fuck. I am hot as fuck. I feel like a wet boob right now. It's a real humidity. That was a terrible joke. I'm sorry. Sorry. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Today we are streaming. Whoa, crazy. Crazy, right? I got quite a bit to talk to you about. First and foremost, I took yesterday off. Um, I took yesterday off mostly because my friends who stream may know as Mushroom Girl. I know that at least Ham's community, when I've talked about my own like I guess like dating not misconceptions, uh, dating unfortunate events. Sure, let's go with that. Um, they may know her as a Mushroom Girl. So to anybody who doesn't know, quick TLDR. A few years ago, I took out this really cool chick, hippie type girl, right? And upon me going and picking her up at this apartment, I find out that as soon as she gets into my car, she is high as fuck on some fungus. and this was the first time that I was meeting her, and it was needless to say kind of weird because you're just gonna be high off your ass the first time you meet somebody, and this was like a dating context, right? I met her through essentially Tinder. I can't remember if it was Tinder or something else, but I know this Pete Lore. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, so she was in town. She is still in town, but yesterday she came in and she was like, "Hey, do you want to hang out? I'm not gonna be here for very long, but like it would be cool to see you." And I was like, "You know what? Sure, why not? Why not?" So I went over and picked her up from her little hostel, and like once she gets into my car, it was like I don't know what it is with a lot of people that I consider a friends, but I'm not the most communicative type of person. Like I don't talk to somebody like every single day, and I don't expect really anybody to like talk to me every single day. Like unless you tell me so, I will always consider you to be a friend. I'm just not the most um I guess motivated to DM you all the time. You know what I mean? Like I find it a little hard to maintain relationships that require me to basically talk to them all the time because I don't know, I'm just not like that, right? But she gets into my car and I swear it was like I just saw her yesterday, but it's been a good 2 years since she lived here in Hawaii. She lives in the Bay Area now. I only say that because it's going to come up later, so keep that in mind. um she gets into my car and it was like connection all over again, right? We start talking, and now I want to make this clear because when we hung out the most and we would like, see each other as much as we did, it was within sort of like a sort of pseudo romantic context. So one of the very first things that I say to her is like, "Hey, I'm engaged, just so you know. I'm getting married very soon, just so you know." Just to really dash any expectations that you could possibly have of me. So I had to lay that out on the table. When did Tinder move the goalposts from a hookup app to a dating app? Um, never, never necessarily. I think it's just mostly with any sort of application that you're trying to meet people, it's ultimately the expectation you put into it. I learned through, I think I was on Tinder for like 2 years or something like that. And well, off and on for like 2 years. And in the entire time, I found that the majority of people that I met basically just wanted a hookup. And unfortunately, I'm just not like that, to be quite frank with you. Like, I've never really been the type of person who just wants casual sex. Believe it or not, as much as we use the come command here, I'm just not like that personally. I like a good emotional connection. I like to know the person, okay? Crazy talk, right? Crazy talk. But yeah, so we met up. It was cool. And we started we started talking, and it felt like it felt like nothing's really changed for her, which is kind of insane because perhaps I was robbing the cradle or something like that, but she is 5 years younger than me. And when I met her, she was 19 and she was in college. Like this, does that add up? Does that add up? 5 years? I think so. Right. So anyway, when I met her, she was a teenager. And the thing that I was always struggling with hanging out with someone, God, I hate the fact that I said teenager, but it's just true. The problem that I always faced when I hung out with her years ago was that I was already 21, and I guess I'm just, when you're over 21, you feel like the whole world is your oyster and that you could go literally anywhere. You could go to a hookah bar. You could go to a regular bar. If you really wanted to, you could pay $60 to see some titties at a strip club. But that's not an option for a 19-year-old. So I always struggle trying to find things to like do with them. So as a result, we did a lot of art, but that's not pertinent to this story that I'm talking about. Anyway, she is now of age, right, to drink and stuff. So the first thing that she texted me earlier yesterday morning was like, "Hey, we should hang out later on in the afternoon because I'm hungover." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's right. You're over 21 now." So I pitched as soon as I picked her up, like, "Hey, let's just go get some beers. Let's go sit on the beach. Let's just chill out." Because I'm not really out here trying to do anything like extravagant, and especially because this girl is like, well, I guess a lady now. Especially because this lady's not the most materialistic. I didn't figure like I had to show any sort of like big gestures, and especially because I just, I'm not interested like that. So we sat on the beach, and I had my very first cigarette for a very long time. Is that a third eye on your head, or are you just happy to see me? Both. We sat on the beach, and I had my very first cigarette in like years. And while I do vape, I unfortunately am addicted to the nicotine. I'm not that big of a fan of cigarettes simply because of the smell. And I did a classic Pete fuck up where after I was done, because we're sitting on the beach and I don't want to, I'm not a litterer, right? I just stick it directly into my bag, the butt of that cigarette into like my little like Twitch bag that I carry around a lot. And holy fuck, later on in the night, when I opened it up to grab my wallet, it was the most disgusting thing. And like, I had to hand wash it, and then I stuck it into the washer and dryer along with my clothes this morning. Ugh, disgusting. Oof, I know. My wife made me quit cold turkey when I met her. You know what? Good on her. Because nobody likes a stinky man. Except for Maru. Point is, point is, we that was it was disgusting, and I still haven't gotten rid of the smell. I took it out of the dryer momentarily before stream, and it's just still reeking. Absolutely reeking. But a cool experience that I get to show this girl, I'm not going to say her name, but like a really cool experience that I got to show her for the first time was a hookah bar. She had never been to a hookah bar before. She smokes a lot of cigarettes, and I figured like, hey, you like nicotine, I like nicotine. I used to go to hookah like all the time. Which, quick side tangent, in the year of 2019 to the tail end of 2020, even though like the pandemic happened, somehow some way I spent nearly $3,000 on hookah in the series of a year, simply because I would go there with a bunch of my friends, and we would play board games. Because when there aren't a lot of places for you to hang out outside of your home to play board games, because boba shops just aren't going to be open like that, because most of them are Japanese owned, and Japanese people, believe it or not, take their pandemics and their sicknesses very seriously. So we couldn't go to any of those places. So we would buy board games, we'd go to hookah, and we would be there for like, I don't know, 2, 3 hours at a time. But $3,000 over the course of a year, that's bananas. That's absolutely bananas. Also, Adam Skatru, hello, hi, welcome. Um, so we sat there, and like we were talking life, talking shop, and I want to ask you something, chat. I want to ask you something. We were talking about, I don't know how we got on this topic, but we were talking about how men and women are just different. I know, hot take. I know. But we were talking about that, and she mentioned after I went to the bathroom because I really had to pee, she was like, men pee so fucking quickly. You're like Speedy Gonzalez. Fast as fuck, boy. It's not fair. And I'm like, is it? Do we? Do men really pee statistically quicker than women? And then she was talking about the fact that like you don't have to wipe your penis. I mean, I know some dudes do, but you don't have to. But women effectively always have to wipe their lady bits, right? And we started talking about this in that she was mentioning how women have to do with these things, and then men don't have to deal with those things. And she mentioned periods, and I said the words like, that's so true, because Men don't have to buy sanitary napkins. And she like stopped the conversation right there. Just right there, she stopped it. And she asked me, well, actually, no, she doesn't ask. She just outright says, wow, you're such a feminist. A feminist? For saying sanitary napkin? She's like, yeah, men don't usually say sanitary napkin. They'll just say like menstrual pad or a tampon. Are you on the rag? And apparently, sanitary napkin makes me a feminist. Does that make me a feminist, chat? Just because I say that one thing? It's why the women's bathroom line is so long. Yes, it's gay, Pete. Oh. Oh. Say sanitary napkin unlocks feminism trait. Apparently. Apparently. Welcome in, ferrets. Apparently so. I was just see, I said it because it's a more catch-all term to tampons and pads. Or at least I think so, right? It's more considerate. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. But I don't think that just makes me a feminist. Like she's super hippy dippy. Like, you know what her dream is for her 20s? She wants to buy a van and tie-dye from her van across the West Coast. Is that the most Californian shit you've ever heard in your life? My god. Sanitary napkin sounds like an alcohol wipe. Kinda. Kinda. Shit, man. I don't even call them sanitary napkins. I don't know. I just in that moment that's what I said, and that's just what it is. She femme on my until iest. What? Damn, she can afford a car? Okay, millionaire. No, okay. Wait a minute. No, she definitely can't afford a car because when she was asking me about my car, when she came in, she's like, "Is this still an EV? Is this still an electric vehicle?" And I was like, "Yeah, I really like it, but I have to sell it soon." She's like, "Yeah, honestly, I can't afford a car." And I'm like, "Oh, what?" Like, not trying to like poor shame anybody, but I was like, "Oh, why is that?" It's like because I know that you drove a Subaru for a while when you moved to the Bay Area, and she says like, "Oh, it's because I totaled it," and I'm like, "You totaled it? How the fuck did you do that?" She's like, "Well, it was raining one night and my friend asked me to pick them up and I had just taken a bunch of New York Coke and I crashed my car in the rain because I skidded off the road." And I was just like, "How the fuck is that your friend's fault? That's your fault 100%." But she said to me that because of that total, her insurance went so high that she just opted to not buy a car and instead, get this, go to Thailand. Who needs a car when you can go to Thailand? She doesn't need a car. I, you know, it's funny. It's funny you say that because honestly, God bless her, dude. So she was telling me about the last thing that she did in the Bay before she went over to Thailand for a while, which I'll get to the Thailand thing in a bit. But before she went to Thailand, she apparently got her sheep shearer's certification. And I was like, what do you need that for? You're in the Bay Area. Why would you need that? And apparently, maybe Johnson knows this because he's the only California. No, I'm sorry. Peachy may also know this too. There's apparently a lot of sheep in California. Apparently, there's a lot. What is it? Fucking Australia? I'm sorry, New Zealand? New Zealand has a lot of sheep. Is this fucking New Zealand? Why do you. Is it like a legitimate problem? She was talking about this like as an epidemic. Like, yeah, you know, 13 sheep die every week because they're just not sheared. Is that true? I grew up next to a community sheep field. Okay. Okay. There's so many sheep in LA, especially. All those bougie fucks. You know what? I agree with you. I agree with you. Because even though Icy has never said those exact words, I know what she means. I know what she means. Sheep stinky. They really are. They really are. I love seeing backyard goats. I grew up with goats. And let me tell you, you haven't lived until you have to scare a goat off of your lawn with a sickle because you're trying to cut the grass and your lawnmower broke and all you have is a sickle and your dad's punishing you, so you have to go mow the lawn, but you don't have a lawnmower. And then the goat's just like eating the grass, and I just make the point to him, just like, why don't we just let the goat mow the grass? He's out there eating it anyway. And he's like, no, because this is something you need to learn. Totally relatable, right? Does cow tipping exist, Pete? Yeah, absolutely. When you go up to a cow and they turn the screen around and they have those prompts that say 20, 25, 30%, you have to tip them minimum now, 20%. 20%. Right? Owl's mom has baby goats and they're really cute. Goats are really sick. Have you ever looked at their eyeballs? They're pretty sick nasty. But I would only say the one thing that I don't like about goats is how noisy they are when they're scared. They sound like dying people. Utterly ridiculous. Bro, when did it start being 20, 25, 30 instead of 15, 20, 10, 15, 20? I think just inflation. When you stick something in someone and you just it's because of inflation, as I understand. Also, I'm sorry. What is up with these places that sell like prepackaged sandwiches and then they look at you and expect you to like give them a tip? You didn't serve me. You just handed me a sandwich. I'm sorry. Should I give you 30%? 30% of the total of my order, that all you did was walk over to the counter, go into the refrigerated section, not even heat it up, grab it, give it to me. That's it. And I ask for bottled water, and then she reaches the other direction and she pulls out a bottle of water from the little like ice chest thingy. That doesn't warrant 25%. And because you've gotten me started on this, who the fuck made it the norm to tip based off of the total amounts of the thing instead of a base rate of how much they actually did? Like, I feel like it's totally fair. You go to a restaurant, right? You spend like $25, right? And it's a dinner for you and your homie. It's like a diner, and you tip them like, what is that? $6-7, right? $6-7, right? Totally fair. They brought you the food. Someone made it. Good, right? Why is it that you go to a slightly more expensive restaurant, you spend $500, and then that jumps up all the way to like 50, maybe even like maybe 70 bucks? They did the same amount of serving for you. The only difference is the price tag was higher. Why is that? It's stupid. What if you can just what if you can pay just the tip? Well, I mean, I would like to give somebody the tip because someone needs to bend over and get fucked, and it's definitely not going to be me. Because capitalism. I hate the world we live in right now. Yeah, me too. Hey, is Mr. Tip? Where is Mr. Tip? I just want to talk. I know. I hate tipping delivery drivers. That's not a service. I mean, okay. Here's the thing. I totally get why you would tip a delivery driver. I'm not saying you tip them a lot. Like the order. This is the same thing. This is the same thing that I'm saying about the $500 place. You ordered the food. They had nothing to do with it other than bringing you the food. I feel like it's totally fair to tip them at least a little bit because they got your food to you safely. But also, I'm the type of person, and I used to like drive delivery like food for a little bit now. Like it was I don't know, maybe month stints of when Postmates came out to Hawaii. Like I decided to sign up for it just for like a little extra cash. And if they get you the food quickly, it's still warm, nothing soggy, I feel like that's totally fair. Throw like $2, maybe $5, depending on how like well it got to you and how well put together, right? I feel like that's fair. But still expecting 20% of the total amount of that food, that's a little ridiculous. That's a little ridiculous because they better have been speeding. That shit better be crispy to me. That pizza better not be flipped over. Because if it's cold, if it's even lukewarm, I'm not about it. Has everybody seen that video of the guy that delivered a pizza to a Texas house? And he says this really passive aggressive shit. And he says, "Wow, this is a really nice house for tipping $5." It was like a $20 pie. Okay. You're asking for 25% just because you brought the pizza to them? You're fucking out of your mind. And God bless the homeowner. They just straight up say, "Okay, fuck you." Exactly. That's what he deserves. That's what he deserves. Busters. I'm not even saying like 20%, like a few bucks. Yeah, a few bucks. A few bucks. Like, not, it doesn't have to be more than that. Honestly. They drive because they drive because that's their job. Yeah, it's just it's fine, right? Also, if you didn't if wages weren't so low, we wouldn't have to live in a tipping society. Just straight up. It should not be the responsibility of the consumer to have to make up the lost wages for whatever worker it is. It just shouldn't be. It just shouldn't be. Like, I'm not advocating for always tipping delivery drivers, but if you think that they did a good job, do it, right? But it shouldn't be the expectation. It shouldn't be the expectation. Okay, so wages should go up, not we should have to tip drivers. Yeah. Yeah. Wages should go up. Tipping anywhere, doesn't matter where, should not be the expectation. It should be something that's just like, if you really feel out of the kindness of your heart that you want to give someone just like a little something extra, cool. But it's not the expectation. It really shouldn't be. You know why it's offensive to tip in Europe? Because they pay their employees for work they're expected to do. Yes. Yes. See, the only reason why tipping culture still exists here is because okay. I'm overgeneralizing. I'm gonna just say the Americas, so that encompasses Canada, Canada, the U.S. and Mexico. We'll just say that, right? The only reason why it exists here is because we just love to fuck everyone over. It's just the way it is. Because North Americans are brainwashed. Yep. Tipping has a lot of roots in segregation, TBH. Does it? Does tipping have roots in segregation? But also, follow up to that. What isn't tied to segregation? What isn't? But we're not going to talk about race today. I promise. I promise we're not going to talk about it. But you had my interest, and now you have my curiosity. Homies, I don't actually have enough understanding of how the economy works. I just want to be here, homies. Yeah, no, I know. I know. I'm sorry. I just went off. I'm sorry, PG. I'm sorry. Because they're providing convenience from Johnson. Yeah, I get that. I hate that you can't just not tip or it fucks over the servers. Yep. Exactly. Three-legged races are not based in segregation. Can we talk about aliens and creamy holes? Yeah, we'll talk about that. I'm sorry. I don't know how we even got here. I don't even know how we got here because I was talking about my hippie front. Jesus Christ. How did this even happen? All right, let's run it back. Let's run it back. Hey, welcome to stream, everybody. We just went live. I know I'm a little bit late, but it's just, it is what it is. So my friends that I haven't seen in years just came back to Hawaii. Hi, how's it going? My friend that I haven't seen in years just came into Hawaii, and it's really cool. She stopped off here. So apparently she's on this layover, and that's the whole reason why she's in Hawaii. She just spent the last month in Thailand. And the thing about this girl is when I knew her years ago, we were our entire friendship was based around making a lot of art together and then also doing a lot of shit that we really shouldn't have with things like New York Coke. Michaela Lemon. Sorry, my brain just went. Beep. Sorry there. I like your name. Lemon's great. Lemon is great. But she stopped off here from Thailand, and she was telling me that she had quite the spiritual awakening while she was there. Typical white girl shit. I'm sorry. Typical white girl shit. But this wasn't the spiritual awakening that I was expecting. I was thinking like she would go to like a Buddhist temple or something and she was like praying and went through this whole like baptism sort of thing. No, that's not what happens. We were on the topic of, do you think deja vu means anything else besides just like, just a weird cognitive dissonance with reality? And it digressed into this whole thing of how she believes in reincarnation and how the multiverse theory is likely a thing, right? And I was like, yeah, for sure, for sure. And she's like, and then it eventually turned into like, what do you think happens after we die? And she just straight up says to me, it's like, I almost died just in Thailand. And I was like, oh yeah? It's like, yeah, that was my spiritual awakening. See, I was at a bar and I got roofied and I walked out into the alleyway and already I'm just like, were you okay? What happened? Did something happen? She's like, no, I was fine. But I got roofied. It's not a big deal. I'm like, not a big deal? How crazy is your life still? I mean, she was kind of like this when she, like, years ago, but still? Are you fucking out of your mind? But she's like, yeah, I was in this alleyway and I was puking my brains out and I realized, like, you know what? This might be it. This might be the moment that I die. And I was just taken back. And I was like, well, first off, I'm glad that you're not dead. She's like, yeah, while I was there, I was thinking about how much dying would suck. Understatement of the year. And she was mostly upset that she would be leaving behind a lot of people that she really loved. And she was trying to come to terms with that. And I was like, okay, well, what ultimately came out of that? And she was just like, honestly, I didn't get to figure it out because then my friend showed up and took me home. I was like, well, that's good. That's good. Loto, a streamer, told me he got roofied. I didn't get roofied, but I mean, if you know someone that got roofied, I mean, I hope they're okay. Wait. Wait. Damn, the US is crazy big. I'm on the total opposite side of the US. Oh yeah? I'm I'm in Hawaii, my homie. So, greetings from the other side. I'm as west as it get. Wait. Is Alaska more west than me? I'm the second most west of the United States. Crazy. Yeah, it was no biggie for him. Good. Good. I saw the suspect in the last stream before. Oh, just to Robert. What? What? Anyway. So I hung out with my friend yesterday, and that's why I canceled stream last night. And it was a really good time. I'm glad that I got to catch up with her. But I will just say this straight up, like, they say that people never really change, and this person really reinforces that to me because I have tried very hard over years now to try to change like aspects that I don't like about myself, but she truly hasn't changed at all, and that worries me. Homie is going to like Homie's gonna end up like on the side of the road at some point. It's very scary. Does like Guam count as the US? Um Actually, you make a really good point. Guam is it's a what is that called? It's like less than a state. It's like the Diet Coke of the US, much like Puerto Rico. Territory, there you go. It's a territory, so technically like it is what it is. I'm in NC, North Carolina. It's 6:38 p.m. here. Let's go. Let's go. It is the middle of the day. It is barely past 12:30. Sorry, it is hot as fuck. It is very hot as fuck. I'm a wet boob, a total humidity. Sorry about that. Anyway, how does aliens fit into this? Well, well, one of the last conversations we had while we were driving, while I was driving her back to her hostel, was like, what does she think about everything that happened in the congressional hearing? Just like, I think that was yesterday, right? Which, for those of you that don't know, was a hearing in front of Congress of a couple of whistleblowers that were like, "Hey, we're gonna spill the beans and tell everybody that aliens really do exist." But the problem with that is that the public just does not give a single shit. Because while I personally believe that there are aliens, because I find it very unlikely that we are the only intelligent beings in this entire universe, it's so vast. You're telling me that there isn't? That's bonkers. The problem is people want irrefutable proof. It's not enough to see like videos from aircraft carriers seeing these weird objects in the sky. It's not enough to have photographs. People need irrefutably some piece in front of them to prove that it all exists. And it sucks because the trial, no, not trial, I guess meeting, can really be summed up like this. The government has been tracking UAPs for decades, but they still don't know what they are. Well, good luck, champ, because we don't know what they are either. And if you don't know, then we're just going to be equally as confused. That UAPs pose a threat to national security, but they don't know for sure if that's true. If I was an alien, I would do everything to just gaslight the fuck out of a planet. I'm talking about sneaking into your homes, taking your toothbrush and moving it to the opposite side of the counter. You know, just small shit like that. Small shit like that. It's like a reality TV show pitch I heard where it's like 8 adults, 8 people. They're all in a house. And then in between the walls, there's a little space where the producers and like little like production assistants can be within the walls with cameras and stuff. And then whenever someone leaves the room, one of the like PAs will run outside, move something ever so slightly to the left or to the right, and just watch everybody's mental health just deteriorate. I would watch it, maybe for like a couple episodes and it'll get old. But I'm just saying. Does Pete have that piece? I do not have that piece. I wish I did. Peachy, we went and saw aliens and still people won't believe us. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Like, who cares? I still have bills and shit. I don't know if they've been here, but statistically speaking, intelligent life definitely exists. Unless they come here and fix some shit, I don't care. That's a totally fair point. That is a totally fair point. The only thing that I guess I find concerning about the revelation that everybody realizes that aliens exist is just the way that other people are going to react to it. Because like think about it. A lot of a lot of religion as we know it is based off of very archaic beliefs. If we suddenly find out that we're not alone in this universe, there's going to be a lot of people very reasonably confused and angry. And that's the part that concerns me at least. I just don't want things to get more radical than they already are. Personally, cool man, little green dudes, or whatever they are, coming to Earth, chill. They're probably just on vacation. Leave them alone. I deal with tourists all the time here in Hawaii. Just leave them alone. They'll tire themselves out, champ. They're like toddlers. Just let them do them. Seriously. Just say no's to drugs. A message from Nancy Reagan. Yeah, but Nancy Reagan was full of shit, dude. Any history of mental illness? I truly believe they exist and have made contact with Earth. Yeah, I think so too. I think a lot of the things that we think about in terms of like huge human accomplishments were likely aided by external forces, But to go all ancient aliens and believe that it was purely like extraterrestrials that brought us to this place, very, very unlikely. Incredibly, incredibly unlikely. Oh yeah, tell German Pleakley that aliens no real. I will. I shall. I absolutely shall. And I guess the last point that I was going to make about the hearing is that the government needs to do more to investigate like UFOs, but the information and also share that information with the public. But ultimately, no one's going to really care. No one's going to pay that much attention. Who doesn't have a history of mental illness? Um Somehow, some way, neurotypical bros. Like, I feel like I've told this story before, but when I was at Ham Ranch, okay, the thing is, all of the homies there, in some way, shape, or form, are totally neurodivergent as fuck, right? And, like, big ups to Richter 3D for organizing the house to like, organizing the property to have one house in the back and one house in the front, which effectively the house in the front became the party house, and then the other one became the quiet house where you could take a nap and be away from everybody. And thank goodness he did that because honestly, it was a lot at times. It was a lot at times, and we all kind of took turns being in the quiet. It was great. Point is, while we were there, I don't want to point fingers, but one of the homies that was there decided to bring her boyfriends to Ham Ranch. And this was a problem because we're all neurodivergent as fuck. And on the TV, we were watching YouTube, we were watching Twitch streams, and I guess at some point it became my turn to play something on YouTube, and like a new Cold Ones video came out. So I was like, fuck yeah, everybody in the house loves Cold Ones. So let's turn that on. So I turned on the new Cold Ones video. And this dude, the homie's boyfriend, again, I don't want to point fingers, I don't want to say names. Homie's boyfriend is in the house, and he's the most milk toast Brian Bradley looking Wonder Bread dude I've met in a very long time. And when he sees what's on the TV, it's like, Max and Chad being Max and Chad, and he just interrupts. He's like, "Hey, could we actually turn that off? This is absolutely disgusting." And I was like, "Okay." Honestly, I heard him out. Okay, fine. That's fine. This isn't like for everybody. And he's like, I don't remember who interjected, but they asked like, it's like, "Okay, well, what do you want to watch?" I had the remote, but like still someone else asked, was like, "What do you want to watch?" He's like, "Honestly, like I'm pretty like I'm pretty like average. Could you turn on some crypto news?" Crypto news? Are you fucking out of your mind? Crypto news? Okay, you normie. Maru can vouch for this. Maru can vouch for this. We both looked at each other and we are like, who brought the normie? This fucking weirdo. Is that normie behavior? Like, yeah, I can't hang out with people like that anymore. I know. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Because he was over for almost the entire evening. He came over in the afternoon and he was staying until like late at night. The entire time, every single person in the house had a moment with him where they realized, oh fuck, you're really normal, and I don't know how to deal with this. Like, Jesus Christ. Imagine. It was bizarre. I had a friend like that who left the apartment crying because C-Lab 2021 had bad vibes. Bad vibes. Oh wow. Oh no. Could you just like not even? Oh no, did you have such a hard time? Wow, the bad vibes. It was so funny. I know, not C-Lab. Uh Doc, yeah, but you're an honorary neurodivergent homie. Okay? Honorary. It's totally fine. Jesus Christ, dude. Jesus Christ. But I guess there's only one other thing to mention about aliens. Um Ultimately, I will not care until until they legitimately help with humanity, much like Sika Spacho said. It just doesn't matter. It's not going to affect me. It's the equivalent of saying like it's like, "Oh, did you know that the French exist?" Okay. It doesn't impact my life. Cool, man. From your brief description, she's very much like your friend you met with yesterday. Yeah. French cringe. I know, so cringe. I want to learn about aliens though. Yeah, me too. Me too. I find it very fascinating. I grew up on Star Trek and Star Wars. I was more of a Trekkie than into Star Wars, but it's always fascinated me, especially because we know more about space than we do about our own oceans. Absolutely crazy. Not French aliens though. True. I think alien cool as
You
fuck.
just played yourself, you fucking idiot.
Michaela Lemon, thank you for the follow. We got him, boys. Listen, the real question people want to know, what do the aliens look like and how do we fornicate with them? That is so true every single time. Every single time. And Johnson knows this. Every single time that we invent a new breakthrough in robotic technology, do you know what the first question is? You know what the first question is? How do I put my dick in it? First question. Every single time. And then, of course, the military steps in and they're like, okay, how do we use this to fuck other people? But everybody wants to stick their dick into something. Everybody has that curiosity at least once in their life, you know? Like, honestly, sometimes I wish I had lady bits simply because I would get so many cheap thrills by just sitting on the dryer. But here I am having to find fucking cyber synthetic, ultra realistic, soft silicone pocket. It's like a hot pocket for your ball sack. I saw a crazy looking tree the other day. Oh yeah? Oh yeah. Oh, was that tree thick as fuck? This is why the aliens want to talk to us. Yeah, that's true. They've been ghosting me for years. They've been ghosting me for years, brother. Speaking of aliens, so I watched the new episode, or the newest episode of Futurama. Futurama has been renewed on Hulu. And I gotta say, I am very pleasantly satisfied with at least what they've released thus far. Now, Futurama has a very checkered past of, coming back, getting canceled. They've been canceled like 4 times, 4 separate times. But you know what? I love it. I love this show so much. I used to go to sleep watching Futurama. There's a whole group on subreddit called Futurama Sleepers. And it's crazy because, like, I did this for a good year before I even knew it existed. And just like everyone else that was in the r/Futurama Sleepers, we all just came to this conclusion like, wow, other people put this on to go to sleep? That's crazy. But it's been a staple of my life for a very long time. I quote it all the time. You know the quote, it gives me a warm feeling behind my eyeballs. That's literally from Futurama. Feels like 8 times. Yeah, true. I used to also fall asleep to watching Futurama. It's just good. It's chill. There's a little bit going on. I find it to be the perfect show of like, if you want to pay attention to it, there's a lot going on. If you don't want to pay attention to it and you have it in the background, it's still just as good. The sounds, the chillness, the stories, they're all pretty good. Except for season 9. I'm sorry. Season 9 was garbage. Why the fuck did Comedy Central feel like it was necessary to just replace the writing team for a whole season? What kind of fucking episode is Zap Brannigan falling in love with Leela's mom and then causing this riff in Leela's parents' like lives and what? No! Stop it! Get some help! When I was a little guy, Futurama played while I was mopping the floor. Hmm. The point is, it's really great for paying attention to or just having on in the background. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. And the newest episode, pretty damn good. It's all about binging. And I will say that they kind of repeated something that they had already done before. When I was watching this with Maru, I brought up the fact that it's like this is basically the same plot as when the Omicronians came by to watch the season finale of Single Female Lawyer, and they're trying to they're basically forcing humanity to make this episode. But in this case, it's the Planet Express crew trying to make a show and finish up a show for Fry, and it's good. Don't get me wrong. They packed a lot of jokes into that first 5 minutes. I will say that too, but it's good. It gives me at least some hope for the rest of the season, I suppose. And I'm just glad that they're back and things haven't changed too much because Hulu. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hulu fucking sucks. Anybody who pays for Hulu, especially the cheaper option with ads, is garbage. I'm sorry. Hulu is something that I would only get if it's packaged with other things. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Like, I haven't paid for a single subscription, like streaming subscription, in a very long time. The only streams that I subscribe to are Twitch streamers, incidentally. Oh, well. Wait, y'all playing for shows? Hi, Sly. Um, yeah, no. See, Sly. You know what, Sly? It's amazing that you came in at this time that I'm talking about this because of the TV room in Sly Fry's Discord, and specifically watching through King of the Hill with her and her community. I learned about a lot of alternative places to find shows that I really enjoy, right? And I will admit that allegedly I did watch the newest episode of Futurama somewhere other than Hulu. I'm just I don't know what it is, but legacy television just isn't what it used to be. I feel like it was never that amazing to begin with, but it's if I'm paying for a streaming service, I don't want advertisements because that was kind of the whole big shift to streaming in the first place, right? Hulu doesn't even have a very good selection. I mean, even Netflix doesn't have a great selection either. I just kind of like look everywhere other than those two places. Like I will say, because of just how ingrained like Amazon is in honestly like all of our lives, just by being on Twitch, like Amazon is in your life in some way, shape, or form, right? Because I already pay for Prime, I do use Prime Video quite a bit. Like, okay, I don't know how many people in my chat have seen this show. So I'm really into this show called Invincible. It's about a Asian American um superhero whose dad is from another planet, and it's so good. It's so good. And I'm bringing this up now because just a few days ago, they released a special pre-season 2 episode called Adam Eve, which is a like the prequel to Invincible's friend. His real name's Mark Grayson. I mean, the character's name is Mark Grayson. Um, they released an episode that was a prequel for his friend Adam Eve, and it's really good. I highly recommend it to everybody in here. Check it out. If you have Prime, go into Prime Video, check it out. It's fantastic. If I knew that enough of you in here had Amazon Prime, I would honestly be like, okay, we're gonna do a watch party right now. We're gonna watch it straight off of Amazon, so that way we don't get no fucking DMCA'd, right? It's so good. Think, Johnson, think. Okay, that actually hurt. I hit my temples way too hard. I've heard of it. Peachy It's really good. The animation is fantastic. And I'm going to tell you this, after the first episode, honestly, if you're not hooked from the very first episode from season 1 of Invincible, then it's probably not for you, but they do this fantastic job of taking all of these, all of these assumptions that you would have about a superhero animated show, and then flip it on its head by the end of this episode. Like, it starts off very typical fashion, almost like a knockoff, like, I'm not trying to spoil anything. Sort of like a knockoff Justice League, and you're like, "Okay, yeah, I've seen this before. This is pretty cool." But then it fucking hits you. It hits you like a brick wall that this is not like any show you've ever seen before. And it's so well written. Steven Yeun, oh my god, I want to suck his Korean penis, dude. He's so good in it. Just watch it. You check it out when you have the opportunity. It's so good. Oh, that one. I've seen many memes. Yeah, there's a lot of memes that have come from it. I don't like the fact that a lot of the memes that have come from the show ultimately like spoil some aspects of the show, but it is what it is. It is what it is. If you've seen it, it'll make sense, but I feel like the people who haven't watched it yet haven't had not all the pieces are there. They see a single puzzle piece, much like autism. They see a single puzzle piece, but they don't see the bigger picture. That part's not about autism. I'm just saying the puzzle piece part. I knew it was coming, but as a dad, it was heartbreaking. I know. I know. Was I was so distraught by the end of the season. Like, it's the way that they slow burn, and J.K. Simmons just makes an amazing Omni-Man. Absolutely incredible. Yes, it's on Amazon Video. Check it out. Check it out. It's very good. Johnson's a dad? Olge? Yeah, he's a dad. Johnson's a dad. As a matter of fact, when Johnson's so old that he remembers this, he probably remembers this operating system. Insane, dude. Insane. Anyway, you should check out Invincible. It's very good. And if you are at least somewhat of a Futurama fan, I highly recommend that you watch the newest episode. I think what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna sporadically just join into the Discord. I'll ping the Discord, but I really want to rewatch all of Futurama again. Like, it's been a hot minute, and when I say a hot minute, it's been over 9 months, and that's way too long for me not to be watching Futurama. TBH. So, like, hey, I'll ping the Discord. This won't be like a my normal Wednesday night thing. Just sporadically, reruns of Futurama, and then eventually we'll work our way up to the newest season. Hopefully, by the time that happens, the whole season will be over. Season 11. Wait, season 11? I think it's season 11. Season 11 from Hulu will be over, and it'll be great. It'll be absolutely fantastic. Um. Anyway, shifting gears just a little bit here. I'm sure many of you have already heard about this opportunity. So yesterday, I was pinged by about 4 different people about an event and something that is arguably right up my alley. I was pinged by about 3 different people to look into this. Drop down the projector. I know it's very small, but I'll talk about it, okay? Wub Cubs, it's your time for the first ever Pay Money Wubby film contest. You will... Hmm. Weird. Weird. You will have until midnight, August 1st, 2023, to submit your short films, whereafter mods will screen them and pick a selection to be shown on stream Wednesday, August 2nd. The prompt is lunch. Let me tell you. This this has been the kick in the ass that I need, okay? Many of you know I used to be a filmmaker. In another life, I was a filmmaker, and my most recent accomplishment as a filmmaker was all the way back in 2015 when I had my film Apart shown in the International Film Festival here in Hawaii, at least. And that was a really big crowning achievement for me because I had never experienced anything like that before. I It's been years. It has been literally 8 years since I've made a film. And even though there's only a week, there's only a week that I have to make this a reality, I really, really, really want to see it come to fruition more than anything. I'll go over the rules again in just a moment here. Jesus. Could this show without doxing me? That would be fantastic. This was me. Oh, wow. Looking really slender. This was me at the 2015 premiere of my film, Apart. And I've been riding on this high for years. But Wubby has opened up the floodgates to possibly make something new. The film has to be between 2 and 4 minutes. I barely constitute that as a short film. That's more of a vignette, but hey, that's just semantics. We have to include the phrase, "You're not safe here." And honestly, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We're going to I'm going to get to that. The first place winner gets $3,000. Now, there are a lot of really talented editors and sketch artists within the Wubby community, but that doesn't mean that I don't want to at least try, because if nothing else, $3,000, that's really awesome. $1,500, that's really awesome too for second place. $500, that's pretty damn good. But it's not about the money for me. No, it's about getting it going and getting my toes dipped back in the water. That is film. And I really cannot wait. We could use $3,000 for your move here. I could use $3,000 to go to your wedding. Hey, that's true. That's true. I'm going to say this right now, okay? And you can hold me to this. You can clip this if you'd like. If by some miracle I win the $3,000, the first place prize, I will quite literally give away $1,000 of that $3,000 to the community. Easy, because two grand is more than enough for me to like put towards my wedding. But you all right here in my chat, in my community, you were the biggest reason why I push myself to be creative like this. Which, by the way, if you haven't already, make sure to go check out the newest video. It's really fantastic. I'm not going to show it to you right now, but look, it says the thing right there. You were one of my biggest motivators because I want to make you proud almost as much as I want to make myself proud. So I will gladly give away. Oh, Jesus, shut up, Pete. I will gladly give away a grant if we win. Here's the contingency. If we win $3,000. Anything lower than that, no way. It's all going to my wedding. I'm sorry. That's my only contention. Anyway, I cannot wait. There's only one person that I know in my friend group who's going to be doing this too, and that's Keo. That's Keo underscore plays. And he DM'd me, and I'm gonna take his exact quote here. He said, "You'll be my friendly rival then. I expect great things from you." First off, I appreciate the vote of confidence. I'm glad that he thinks that it's going to be good, but I can't wait. Like I said, it's not about the money. It's about getting it going again, dipping my toes back into more. Even yes, this is for Wubby, and this is for his content, but this is just the opportunity to just get the ball rolling again. And not only that, this could be the opportunity that pushes more people over to this stream and to the YouTube. Like making making content was not my initial goal in life. Since I was like 12 years old, all I really wanted to do was direct film, to write and direct film. Well, sorry to break it to younger Pete, but writing is not a career anymore, as evidenced by the WGA strike that's going on in LA. And two, directing just does not pay the bills like it used to. You need to be working your ass off, and it's all gig work. It's barely a career. I got into content creation because I wanted to express myself creatively in an outlet that I knew that at least I had some sort of chance in. So that became live streaming, and here we are. Here we are. We do some pretty cool shit every once in a while, right? Like the last month and a half of the content that we've done here has just been such fun. Like I've been having so much fun with stream lately that I can barely contain it sometimes. And I have a lot of fun even though it's really hard work to make the YouTube videos, but it just like it it works. It just fucking works, dude. You know? Point is, this could be the start of something really beautiful. And I'm going to be working on this on Saturday. So I'm going after stream today, I have a lot of stuff to do, but I've already written out the first page of my script and what I want to do with this project, but I'm hoping to finish it tonight, and I'm going to be filming it all on Saturday. Now, I'm not going to make any promises that we will watch the film on Sunday, but if it's not on Sunday, then I will definitely have a watch party in the Discord on Monday night. So keep that as a mental note for you. I want to be able to show the community before it ever makes it to Wubby's desk, just to see what you think about it. Now, he did specify no green screen suits, and that's fine because I mean, like, the only green screen suit I have is behind my, well, this. Look, it's not as bright today. It's not. We didn't pick a flashbang. Um, so that's fine. I don't. I'm not. I'm not cringe like that. I never even considered that before, to be honest. Um, the only thing that I guess concerns me about this is trying not to burn myself out on it, because this is film is something that I take seriously, and I mean, like, I've watched 1,487 films in my life. To the number, it's 1,487. It's something I take very seriously, and it's not something that I want to rush. But at the same time, it's 2 to 4 minutes. It's not gonna, it shouldn't be that hard. But I really look forward to doing this. I really cannot wait to show you all what I've got going on for it. And I wish Keo the best of luck, but he's gonna fucking lose. We're gonna do better. We're gonna do better. Holy shit. That is several. That is several. Fuck you, Keo. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's gonna be good. I'm excited to see everyone get all creative and do their best. Me too. Me too. Cool shits. You should do a little dance about it. I should do a little dance about it. I wonder how many people are going to whine on the subreddit. Wubby, there's not enough time to learn to make movies. Too fucking bad. This isn't for you. This is for the people who actually know a thing or two. You know, like what is it? State Farm. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. This isn't for you. This is for people who care about it and know some things. Get fucked, losers. If anybody thinks, not you specifically, Chad, you're angels. Why would you ever think stupid thoughts ever? If anybody thinks that they could possibly go toe to toe with someone like me or someone like Keo, I feel like Keo and I are on relatively the same page on this. If anybody thinks that they can just learn this shit over the weekends and win $3,000, they are mistaken. Those spots are reserved for the Browns. Me and Keo. Even though I'm barely brown right now, but that's beside the point. That spot is reserved for the Browns, okay? You guys are thinking? Slide, don't kind of a weird thing to say. Kind of a self-report there, but that's, hey, you do you, champ. You do you. I'm brown on the inside. Do I count? We're all, well, not all of us. We're not all brown on the inside. But yeah, you're an honorary brown. What the fuck is this, Maru? Oh, Jesus.
That is several.
Jesus, what is going... What is underneath my clip here? Holy shit.
That is several.
Fuck you, Keo. Holy shit. Okay. All right. Well, all right. I'm red on the inside. I sure hope so. If not, you need a little bit more oxygen. Holy shit. I cannot wait. I can't wait to show you guys. And yeah, we'll see what we can do. Either Sunday on stream or Monday in the Discord. My guess is it's probably sometime around 9 p.m. PST, midnight EST, because I have only until midnight August the 1st, which is, let me see. Yeah. We only have until Tuesday night. Easy peasy. I have a video idea in mind, so I guess we'll see in a week if I get around to it. I hope so. Honestly, I highly encourage anybody that has any sort of video background, definitely enter this. Give it a try. Because if nothing else, you shot your shot. Because you miss 100% of the shots that you do not take. Usually my friend would tell me that when I'm drinking, and then we would both at the end of the night just be sick as fuck, but it still stands. It still stands. Like, seriously. Like I said earlier, check out the newest video. It's on YouTube right now. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna copy it and stick it directly into the chat. Go check it out. Go check it out after stream. I'm really happy with how this came out. We did this live on Sunday. I'm gonna say this right now. This edit really came together really well. Jesus, hello. Can I just show you the first 10 seconds? I really like how it starts. We out here, and I have a new choose your own adventure for you here today. Wait for it.
Here you can use this to sync your audio. 1, 2, 3 balls.
Balls! Isn't that just so good? Isn't that just so good? Balls! I love it. I love it. I'm really happy with these edits. And slowly but surely, I can tell that like getting into the groove of this, uh, my editing style's gotten a little bit better, which I'd want to say without outing anybody or anything that I'm doing in serious detail, but boys, I actually have two editing jobs. I actually have two editing jobs for the next week. So we have besides the movie, besides the movie, um, a content creator that we know that often is in this chat, who
I'm
is
big gay.
very often. Thank you for the prime. It's 9 months. Holy shit, we're pregnant. We're pregnant. We're pregornate. Holy shit, I didn't even know. Shows me, I guess. Shows me, I guess. Anyway, outside of the movie that the short film that I'm putting together for next week, I got an editing job. It's just a gig. It's just one single gig, for one of them at least, for this content creator that we know in stream, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited. Um, and the added bonus of said deal that I cut for them, like I'm not outing anything. I'm not gonna say anything until they say something on their stream about this. Okay. The deal that we have cut is, while I still don't feel confident as an editor, I did not give them a quote for like your usual video editor pay rate, which at least for here in the state of Hawaii, it's 20.55. That's the average of like how much video editors make per hour. I gave them the quote of a flat fee of $25, even though I think that the job is going to require about 4 to 5 hours of work. But they're also retouching up the YouTube channel banner, and I'm really happy about it. And likely what will happen from this too is we're also going to replace the Twitch banner too. I just put this one up because I was kind of tired of the messiness that was the old one, but we're getting this replaced. So flat $25, and then we get some art made for us, and I literally just cannot wait. I cannot wait. I'm so excited about it. I'm so excited about it. Yo, that's dope. It is dope. And then other than that, so as y'all know, I haven't had like a normal day job in a while, and there's a YouTuber that that very recently hit 1 million subscribers, and around this time that they hit this milestone, they put out a tweet saying, "Hey, if you have any experience with editing, submit your resume, give this a try, and we'll see if we can hire you for an editor position." So I sent in my resume. I linked them the YouTube channel, because at this point we've been regularly uploading for over a month, which I love that. I fucking love that. I can't believe that we actually have a consistent YouTube upload schedule. It's poggies as fuck. I submitted a resume, and they gave me a call back, or I should say an email back. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. And I swear, if this turns into not a career, but if this turns into a consistent job, I feel like 14-year-old me would be shitting their pants. Editing's not my favorite thing in the world, but I would be remiss to say that I'm not at least decent at it. So I'm really happy about it. I would really love you to be able to have a career in editing, though. I would too, Maru. I would too.
I'm big gay.
Il dit dating en coast.
I did a thing on Coast? Yeah? Kelly, what did you do? Also, thank you for the 14 months. 14 months? Holy shnikey. I need to stop swearing so much. Holy shiitake mushrooms. Whoa. Thank you. Welcome in, Kaylee. Welcome in. I hope you're doing. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're having fun. I hope you're being chillin'. I'll stop swearing when I die. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. What up with me not seeing notifications on your stream? So strange. That is very strange. That is very strange. Point is, you're here now. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Now, I wanted to show you something. So, something came across my desk recently, and it wasn't me. That kind of joke. Anyway, something came across my desk recently, and I wanted to show you this. So, in the title, I mention creamy holes. I would be remiss to say that I wasn't at least somewhat erect for what I'm about to show you. This is from Doughnut Daddy. Let me turn up this noise. Oh my god. Why did he sniff it though? He's getting all up in there. If Superman got into baking, I know. Brother, that is not sanitary. Get your fucking hands off of it. Not only that, but just God. Let's not even forget to mention the fact that when he's pouring in the oil. Jesus. He's sticking his fingers in it. God. I wish that was me. Is this TOS? No, it's educational or something. Wow, this is how Titan makes focaccia? Wait, focaccia. Focaccia. Focaccia? Vocation? What? I don't know how to pronounce that word. Focaccia? Is that... Ooh, 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 ooh. Jesus. That's so unnecessary. That's so unnecessary. Not. And why is he fingering this hole? Oh, wait. Focaccia? Isn't that the bread that looks like an olive branch? I've had that shit before. It's so good. It's really good. It's really, really good. Why is he shirtless? What is this, a Twilight movie? Was it in his contract? Looks good. What, the donuts or him? Oh. Oh. You know, get yourself a man that looks at you like this. Get yourself a man that enjoys you as much as he loves this creamy donut hole. Honestly. Ladies, what are we doing wrong? I want to see more of that. You know what? I'm kind of in that boat too. I want to see what else this guy's doing, cuz I certainly have not seen anyone quite like this before. What is his name? The Doughnut Daddy? This guy's a fucking menace. This guy's a fucking menace, dude. Okay. Let's Okay, I see shirtless man and banana, so I'm gonna click on that. I really dislike the way that TikTok like just autoplays things. It's honestly like such garbaggio. It's such garbaggio. Why do they do these things to me? Why do they do these things to me? What happened to my box? That sounded off. What happened to my box? What happened to my box? All right. Sorry, I realized that that my TikTok scene is currently broken, so I had to fix this really quick. I had to fix this really quick. Do. Can we get much higher? All right. What do you got for us, Doughnut Daddy? You know, I really hope that he doesn't actually use a banana in any point in this recipe.
I'm big gay.
Baby time.
Dolly, I don't know about you, but this Doughnut Daddy has made me very pregnant. The banana is just here for sex appeal. This ad killing me. Thank you for the resub. Thank you for the resub, Dolly. I appreciate you. What the fuck is going on here? Oh God, I wish someone would lick me like this.
Come.
I gotta say though, it looks really good. It looks really good.
It's a me. Come.
Are all of his videos like this? Whoa, did you see that? Did you see that? That was some mind freak shit. Okay, we're going to take this frame by frame. One moment, he's shirtless. The next moment, how'd he do that? Whoa. How'd he do that? See, where did his shirt go? Typically, I slap shirts off, but he slaps shirts on. He's got that slap-on technology. Are sluts superpowered? Sluts work so hard. Kelly. What? What are you saying? Ooh. That was the most sexual thing I've seen all day. That was the most sexual thing I've seen all day. Do it squirt? Oh. 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 Oh my. Oh. Guys, I'm really horny. I mean, I'm really hungry. Oh. God damn. Can I get any more erect? Okay, okay, we're starting off normal. He's got the Nutella jar. This can't possibly be that sexual, right? There's no way. Hungry, yeah. Sure, you can make this, but have you tried chocolate chips out of the bag, though? Oren's got a point. He's wasting time. He could just be shirtless with a bag of chocolate chips, and I would be equally as into it. My guy, that was a whole lot of nothing. What the fuck was that? That was... Okay, you know what I think it is? I think, like, on this guy's OnlyFans, he probably stuck his dick in the Nutella, and then he's just like, ah, shit, you know what? That's not gonna get views. I need to get this on TikTok, but I can't just put my dick in it. So he just grabbed a broomstick, and he's like, yeah, this is gonna get people really into this. They're gonna love this. They're gonna love this. I'm sorry, can we just watch that one more time? What the fuck was that? Oh. I'll bet this guy was a scrawny dude working in a high-end restaurant, treated like shit, and one day he decided he had enough. He quit his job. He lifted some weights, and he's like, I got a plan. I'm gonna say, I mean, if he hadn't done this in the first place, this wouldn't have came across my desk, much like I'm about to. Okay, we got a pan. Oh. Oh. You know, I wish somebody would kiss me like he kisses this bun. Did that represent anal? Yes. Wait, so he used a TikTok sounds, and then he didn't even select one that was long enough for this. He didn't even what the Okay. That should be illegal. If you're going to post a TikTok, make sure that the sound is long enough. You better have some really good bread. Sorry, I read Dolly's chat and he better have some really good bread. Fuck. He better have some really good fuck. He better have some really good bread ASMR. Oh. Oh. Like Maru would say, that has some good crunch. Mmm. Agreed. I hate it when my whores are half-assed. Full ass only. Mmm. Oh my god. Oh, I thought he was gonna take off his shirt. I swear to God, I don't know what to expect from this guy. You know, I love the fact that let me let me get rid of this so you can see. OMG, his veins. Sorry, I'm a nurse and I can't help it. Oh yeah, Susie FC. Just his veins. That's what gets you going about this. Just his veins. Okay, okay, bud. Sure, sure. Too much goo. Too much goo. Bled. I mean bled. Oops. Sorry, I meant bled. Fuck. Oh my god, he's got a real job. Whoa. Hot peanut butter is weird to me. It is. It is. But you know what's even weirder? When people refrigerate their peanut butter. Brother, that's not supposed to be in the fridge. What are you goddamn out of your mind? Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I hate that he talks. I would have preferred if he just never spoke. Now that I've heard the way he sounds, I somehow respect him far less. Oh. What the fuck is this? Now he's humanized. Ew. I know. Why couldn't he just be a piece of meat for me to objectify? Fucking A, dude. Fucking A. Mara, what the hell is this? I know what this is. Bread. Sorry, I read Dolly's chat and like, he better have some really good bread. Fuck. He better have some really good. Fuck. He better have some really good bread ASMR. He better have some really good bread. I stand by it. I stand by it. Bled.
Focus on the
Oh. Oh.
I love what we have, babe. If you take it shorter, I've been getting over.
Bled.
Thank you. Oh.
Make it so down. Oh, you make it so down.
Stop kissing the dough, you fucking heathen. You fucking heathen.
If you take it shorter, I've been getting over. Oh, you make it so down. Oh, you make.
Oh, now that is a metaphor for anal. You know,
Slap my dough and call me sour daddy.
Bread.
The humping made me feel like I intruded on something personal. You know, Mari would kill me for saying this, so I'm not going to say it. But the one time that we tried,
So down. Focus, notice, clear enough to find it. Get it, hold up. I'm racing, coming. Show me, I want it. Don't matter what the mood.
okay, I'm sorry. I have a huge problem. That's so much chocolate. I'm sorry. You're either 12 or you're a middle-aged soccer mom that drinks wine as a hobby. That's too much chocolate. I'm getting diabetes just looking at this thing. Not enough. Dolly, what? No, that's... What if I'm both? You can be both. That's... No, wait. Don't... Deep inside of you, there are two wolves. One is 12 years old. The other is a wine mom.
Don't matter what the mood.
And also, he made a huge, calculated strat of wearing all white while making this video. See, the thing is, we don't get to really see the aftermath of this. You know, the last frame we see is just him with the mouthful. I guarantee you, I guarantee you, he was eating it like this. Really, really leaning into it. Because he didn't want to get his white shirt all dirty. He didn't want to make it look like he got doo-doo on it, okay? Dolly eats spoonfuls of Nutella straight from the jar. You know what? I used to do that too. Full respect to those who are just trying to be efficient. That's just efficiency, you know? You go to the fridge, You open up that little carton of orange juice. Ain't nobody got a time for a cup. You just drink it straight from the carton. Obviously. Maybe he had multiple shirts on. You know what? Probably. Okay, one more. Just one more. I'm sorry. Just one more. Okay? That's just more dishes. It is. No, give me a sexual one. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said. Whoa! Yes! Give me more shirtless donut daddy. Is there like a reason why he does that? Is it to just get the right amount of oil? Is that why? Ooh, get it. You know, something tells me this guy was fired as a massage therapist. So he got into baking and he just couldn't let it go. You know, I bet he really hates donuts. There's no shot that he actually really enjoys that. I'm sorry. What the fuck? What the fuck, De La Void? Making a donut? No. Making the donut. Yes. Well said. Well said. Chat, do you want one more? Do you want one more or should we move on? Do you want one more or should we move on? I mean, what the fuck? What the fuck, guy? I'm just trying to make some lovely desserts. I guess. God damn, dude. Making the donut come. The dough come, too. I fucking love reading the comments on TikToks. Me too. Okay, just one more. Just one more, and then we're moving on, okay? Just the last one.
I just can't get you out of my head. Oh, your loving is all I think about. I just can't get you out of my head. Oh, it's more than I dare to think about.
Oh. Do I need to delete the VOD? Did everybody see that? No one saw anything. My guy, you are playing with fire. Holy shit. Okay, alright. All I saw was a wholesome video of a guy making donuts. You know what? That's what I saw too. Oh, Jesus. Agreed. Oh my gooseness. Well, chat. I hope you had a lot of fun today. I know I certainly did. I know this was a short one today, but I have I have a lot to do before Sunday. I'm gonna be honest with you. And while I while I enjoy being here, love streaming with y'all, as a wise man once told me, you got to keep them wanting more. So we'll be back on Sunday with hopefully the full short film that we'll be submitting to Wubby. And if not on Sunday, then on Monday night, probably around like 9 p.m. I will be 9 p.m. PST, midnight EST. We'll be watching it then. So I'll keep you posted. Go check out the new YouTube video. It's a banger. If I do say so myself, I really enjoyed it. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, my homies. I know, very, very short. Huge hype. I know. Great stream. Take care of the shit you gotta do. I will shit all that I want to do. I will shit all that I want to do. That's a really good raid message. So join me in saying hello to one of my favorite people. Join me in saying hello to one of my favorite people. Medushar the Sedushar. Okay? Go say hello to Medusa for me. I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you again on Sunday, okay? I'll see you again on Sunday. I'll keep you posted on the short film. Go check out the YouTube. And I'll see you over at Medusa's. Goodbye!